Hello friends, welcome to the channel Foodkida. In this video, we are going to discuss about previous year question paper of FSU. This paper includes functional knowledge of food safety officer. So let's get started. So the first question is Agriculture and Processed Food Product Export Development Authority was established by Government of India in which year? So it is established in 1986, February 1986. Next is the in case of seized food article is perishable and is unfit for human consumption, food safety officer should. So the product is unfit for human consumption. So what food safety officer should do? So after giving notice in writing to the food business operator, that is FBO, destroy the same is the answer. Next is the objective of edible packaging oil order 1998 is to. The answer is ensure the availability of safe and quality edible oil. Now next is the full form of IUU. Fishing is the illegal, unreported and unregulated. So keep in mind illegal, unreported and unregulated. Now the BIS certification for drinking water is voluntary standard. Answer is voluntary standard. So BI certification is voluntary standard. BI is the national standard body supported by. So BIS is supported by Ministry of Consumer Affairs, Food and Public Distribution. Okay, Ministry of Consumer Affairs. Now, a society that organizes grassroots level awareness program among fishermen, fisherwomen, processing workers and other stakeholders, thereby changing their mindset towards fish quality management and responsible for fishing is called NETFISH, net fish. Next question is an important catalyst in the conception of Codex Alimentarius Commission is it is International Dairy Federation. So important catalyst is in conception of Codex is International Dairy Federation. Now, a petty food manufacturer is someone who has a tiny food business with annual turnover not exceeding 12 lakh. So petty food manufacturer are having the tiny food business. Okay, like very small business is there. So their annual turnover should not exceeding 12 lakh. The Food Authority comprises of 22 members, of which women shall make up to one third. So, in the Food Authority, there is 22 members are there, of which one third should be women. The designated officer, following the functional concept, except seize any article of food. So, every function can be done by designated officer, but cannot seize article of food. Okay, the designated officer perform the following function except, because this function is of food safety officer, seize any article of food. As per FSSAI 2006, purchaser may have any food article analyzed by informing the food business operator at the time of purchase of his intention. So according to the 2006 rule, the purchaser may have any food article analyzed by informing the food business operator at the time of purchase. Which of the following is not a part of risk analysis? So these are the parts of risk analysis, assessment, communication, management, but risk prevention is not part of risk analysis. Now next question. Health is defined as a state of complete physical, mental and social well-being and not merely the absence of disease or infirmity by World Health Organization WHO. Now, the Codex standards are used to protect the health of consumers and ensure fair practices in food trade. Now, adulterant means any material employed for the purpose of adulteration. So, in the FSSA 2006 Act, in the first chapter, they have given every definition, each and every definition of the important words, important definitions are there, in which adulterant definition is also there. So you can check from Food Safety and Standard Authority Act 2006. Must read 2006 Act. The licensing authority for the manufacturing of mineral water and packaged drinking water is BIS. So licensing authority for the mineral water and packaging water is BIS. The maximum residue limits for individual pesticides in or on specific commodity is proposed by JMPR. The organization responsible for formulating Indian standards for fresh and processed fish is BIS. Again, for the fresh and processed fish is BIS. Chairperson of Food Authority should be well versed in the field of food science. The director of EPIDA is appointed by EPIDA again. So the director of EPIDA is appointed by EPIDA. Now the full form of MRA is the Microbiological Risk Assessment. An autonomous commercial policy instrument directed to promote and sustain mutual trade and to develop economic cooperation among countries is termed as Certificate of Origin. Now, what is the function of MEPIDA? MEPDA. Its function is inspection of marine products, its raw material, fixing standards and specification. Risk assessment is the process that includes evaluation of policy alternatives. Now, food business means. So, food business means sale of food or food ingredients for profit or not, or whether public or private. Next question is, to promote safe and healthy food, FSSAI has launched the training toolkit for health under the scheme of Ayushman Bharat. Dehradun based Indian Institute of Petroleum has pilot tested to convert used cooking oil into bioaviation turbine fuel. One-step resource for managing all activities of food testing through online interface is called Infolet. INFOLNET. Food means any substance that is processed or unprocessed which is intended for human consumption. So whether it can be processed or unprocessed, but it should be intended for human consumption. Next question is, trans fat can be avoided by. So avoiding vanaspati ghee for cooking, we can avoid the trans fat. Consumer is defined as the person or families purchasing or receiving food in order to meet their personal needs. Milk and milk product was promoted by Government of India under the provision of Essential Commodity Act. IFS Quick Access is a system developed by FSSAI. Third-party private auditing of food business operator will reduce the food safety inspection conducted by licensing authority. The project Clean Street Food is an initiative taken up under a 360 approach to food safety and health nutrition. Micronutrition malnutrition leads to goiter. Now, risk assessment means a scientifically based process consists of 4 steps. The head office of FSSAI is situated in Delhi. Next question is ingredient means any substance used to prepare food. Next is a healthy food contains trans fatty acid content of less than 0.2 gram per serving. So trans fatty acid content should be less than 0.2 gram. Any system integrating all food safety standards and regulation for providing quick access to vertical as well as horizontal standard is called Indian Food Standard Quick Access. The objective of Clean Street Hub includes rigorous implementation of hygiene and safety in the eat out places. Online services, namely food product approval system, is developed to identify if a food product requires approval from FSSAI. Now, hazard means biological, chemical or physical agent in food which can cause an adverse health effect. Authorities jointly responsible for implementation and enforcement of FSSA 2006 is FSSAI and state food authorities. Example of a commercial sterilized product is canned food, because canned food is commercially sterilized product. The standard plate count is not applicable to fresh fruits and vegetables. At temperature above freezing, activities of food-borne microorganisms can be slowed down. So answer is slow. Anti-nutrients are also termed as natural toxicants. Water-soluble vitamins includes ascorbic acid, which is vitamin C. Benzoic acid is mostly used to preserve colored food product because it may darken the product. If a manufacturing company does not adhere to CGMP regulations, so any drug manufactured by such company will be considered adulterated. Excess of glucose gets stored in the liver in the form of glycogen. Calories provided by 1 gram of fat is 9. The dose of ionizing radiation of red appetization is 3 kg. Red appetization is radiation pasteurization. Chemical preservative is defined as chemical compound that retard adulteration caused by microorganism in food. Fat-soluble vitamins include vitamin A. 1 gray is equal to 100 rats. These terms are used during radiation or irradiation of food product. Psychrophilic microorganisms grow over the temperature range of sub-0 to 20 degrees C. Radiation dose is defined as quantity of radiation. Radiation dose is defined as quantity of radiation energy absorbed by food when it passes through the radiation field during processing. The mineral found in hemoglobin is called as iron. Asepsis is a process of keeping microorganisms out. Sulfur dioxide is widely used to preserve nectar. So the main preservative in the nectar is sulfur dioxide. Listeriosis is generally caused by L. monocytogenes. One of the major causes of food spoilage are gain or loss of moisture. When a food spoils, its texture becomes slimy because of the surface accumulation of microbial cells. So, when a food spoils, its texture becomes slimy because of surface accumulation of microbial cell, because microorganism growth is there. According to FSSAI rule, class 2 preservative include Nicin, a process where food is first frozen at minus 18 degrees C on trays and then under high vacuum is called freeze drying. The C in the CGMP stands for current. Sulfur dioxide cannot be used to preserve naturally colored juice because of its bleaching action. It removes the color of the food product. So according to the food product, particular preservative can be added. So this is the solution of 2019 question paper of Food Safety Officer. This question paper is solution of functional knowledge of Food Safety Officer. Another part like journal aptitude, computer literacies are there, but more weightage is of functional knowledge. Do like, share, subscribe to the channel and join the WhatsApp group of Foodkida.